Welcome to the Cherries TV. Welcome to Cherries TV. My name is Abby and I'm a fragrance lover. I love anything that smells, feels, and smells good. On this channel, you will get fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. And today, I'm about to do a get ready with me. This is a highly requested video. You guys are always asking me to do a makeup tutorial. So I decided to do one while I'm answering some of you guys' questions. I did post a poll on Instagram and on YouTube for you guys to send me scenarios. And we're starting a new series called What Would Abby Do? And if that sounds like something that you're definitely interested, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, you guys, so let's go ahead and start with this get ready with me. So I posted on my social medias, Instagram, TikTok, and also YouTube for you guys to send me topics because we're starting a new series on here, What Would Abby Do? And baby, the questions and the scenarios are crazy, so we're gonna get right into it, okay? All right, you guys, so we're done with the eyebrows. Well, we're not completely done with them, but we outlined the bottom, and then when I'm putting on my foundation, I will outline the top of the eyebrows. So I used my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the color Tan Sand to outline my eyebrows, and I used my Morphe brush. It's M224. It is a flat brush. It is perfect for lining your under eyebrows. So I'm going to use that same one to line the top of my eyebrows before I actually get into the talks. It's the same concealer that I use under my eyebrows. I'm just using it on my eyelids. What is your scent of the day? Since we're going to do photo shoot, I might take some pictures of some fragrances, which is pretty cool to do. But last time I did Naxos, Roses Baranza, and Tom Ford's Vanille Fatale, because those were my favorites at the time. And of course, those bottles are very appealing. But I don't know what I'm going to do this time. If I do take a bottle and take pictures of it. And I'm going to go in to set the powders with my Laura Mercier pressed setting powder in the color medium. And before I do that, y'all see the creasing? I'm going to take this damp beauty blender, dab it on there to remove creasing, and then I go ahead and set it. Your eyelid is going to naturally crease because it has a crease in it, but you want to minimize creasing. Now let's get into the first question. What would Abby do if she got gifted cheap perfume, didn't like it, and give or keep asking about it? Let's say I did not have any of these fragrances and they give me a cheap fragrance that I really do not like, because I don't care about the price. It's all about the scent for me. Going in with my Mented Cosmetics Yacht Club bronzer in my crease. Honestly, the moment I don't like it, I'm gonna tell them straight up. Like the moment they gave it to me, I'm gonna tell them, hey, I don't like this fragrance. Is there a gift receipt or whatever? You know why? Because you do not want the person to keep bothering you like, hey, I noticed that you don't wear my fragrances. What was going on? Like, do you not like it? Because at that point, if you don't tell them that from the get-go, they're probably not going to be able to return it, one. And they're going to feel some type of way, because most of the time, I want to say 9 times out of 10, when someone gifts you a fragrance, they always ask, what do you think about it? Do you like it? Why you didn't tell them from the get-go, you know? And I know sometimes fragrances do take a minute. But one thing I would hate is if later on down the line, 2 years or a year later, the person says that, oh, they don't like the fragrance. Like, I'm not going to tell you that I don't like the fragrance. I've witnessed that before. I gave someone a fragrance and they didn't like it. And when they first smelled it, they was like, oh yeah, I like it, whatever. And then later on, like 2 years, almost a year later, they was like, they didn't like that fragrance. And I was like, wow, I asked you that for a reason, so I can give you a gift receipt. If you don't like it, you return it. Like me, I'm not gonna get in my feelings if you don't like the fragrance that I gave you the first time around. I'm really not. I will get in my feelings if you didn't like it and you lied to me and told me you liked it, and then later on you forgot and you go and tell me that you never liked that fragrance. You know, that's what's gonna piss me off. So if someone buys me a fragrance, I say all that to say, if somebody buys me a fragrance and I don't like it, I'm gonna tell them straight up, hey, I don't like it. Is there a gift receipt? Because I'd rather tell you that. And if you get mad, then I mean, you shouldn't be giving me no fragrance anyways, you know? Now, if, let's say you're scared to tell them, just tell them that, you know, just be honest. That's what I would do. I would be honest with them. I know it's a little hard to be honest with somebody, especially when they give you a gift and they're expecting you to like it and you end up not liking it. I know it's super hard. But just be honest with them. Tell them, because you can't have a friendship and you don't have honesty, and especially in those type of scenarios. Because the worst thing is they probably will never buy your fragrance again. So I went in with this powder right here on top of the bronzer. And then now I'm going in with this one. And this is the Huda Beauty's brown toffee. So I went in with that one, and then now I'm going in with this one just to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm using the same brush because it's just brown. And then I think it blends nicely when you do it like that. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Quit or leave a six-figure job to pursue own business endeavors. I can never say that word right. That is a hard one because as a content creator, that's the dream. That's the goal, right? The goal is to leave your job and become full-time and just follow your dreams, right? But like, it's super hard to do. But I would say with that six-figure job, I honestly wouldn't leave it until I know that my other businesses are making six figures too or more. Life is hard. Life is getting hard. Like right now, that's the goal, like to leave our full-time jobs to become our own business owners. But if you already had a plan, like if I already had, that's what I would do. Like I wouldn't leave it right away. I would make sure that my businesses are bringing in that same money, that same consistent money or more. All in all, if you can see that you're financially stable without the job, go ahead and follow your dreams. Go ahead and leave your job, you know? Just make sure that the new businesses are making enough to take care of your bills or making enough to replace that job that you're leaving, you know? Now I'm gonna go in with the Wild Child palette from ColourPop, and I think I'm gonna get one of these sparkles to put on my eyes. And if you was not able to submit a question and you really wanted to, guys, you gotta follow me on my Instagram. These questions are crazy. Have you ever been with a girl? And if so, when? I have never been with a female. I definitely love men. Now, I've definitely been hit on by females several times. Actually, I attract females a lot. I don't know what it is about me that attracts females, but a lot of females. Quick story time. I had a friend in high school that I was becoming close friends with her, and of course she was in the closet. And one day, while laying, she came one weekend. She's always been asking me to come sleep over, and I was just like, oh, I don't know if my parents would let me, blah blah blah. So, long story short, my parents let me sleep over her house one time, and it was fun or whatever. After our parents meet and stuff like that, that's how we was becoming close, and stuff like that. So our parents meet or whatever. And it was a good time. Like, they liked her, we liked each other, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go in with my primer. I'm not going to put my lashes on right now. I usually do, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to go in with my primer. This is the e.l.f. matte primer. Put that on first, and then I'm going to put on the regular primer. The matte, I'm going to put it on my nose, because I need my nose to be matte, baby. Put that on my nose area and my forehead. So slept at her house, and it was cool. Her family was very nice. They liked me. We had a good time for that weekend. It was really cool, right? And me and her started to get really close as far as friendship goes, and we really liked each other. And so it was time for her to come to my house one weekend, and she came to my house one weekend. And my brothers, there's a lot. I have a lot of brothers. I have 4 brothers. So usually they always have their friends over or whatever. So I didn't think nothing of it. They usually have their friends over, and they know me. I'm not that type of person. Like, I just stay in my room whenever they're over, and just be chill. But that weekend when she came over, I noticed that she was all up on the boys, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I mean, it's whatever. She could be all up on the boys. It doesn't matter to me because that's not the type of person I am. And I was just like a little confused, and I noticed that all my brother's friends was over there. Turned out that this girl was sleeping with him. I kicked him out the house. And then she was like, forgive me, blah, 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 blah. I ended up forgiving her, and then she ended up sleeping over again after a long time. Like, this was like months after forgiving her. Why the girl sleeping in my bed? You know it's my room, so she's sleeping in my bed. Why this girl try to touch me in my sleep? Baby, no, I'm straight. I don't like no female. I'm straight to the bone. Bone straight. The girl, she had the audacity to touch my booty. And that's when all hell broke loose. I kicked her out in the middle of the night. I was not having it. You hear me? I was not having it. Foundation is going to be Huda Beauty's foundation. And this is a matte foundation. And then my Lancome Tint Edo foundation. Don't ask me how, but I got these both in the wrong shade. But when I mix them together, this is too light, this is too dark. But when I mix them together, they're better. You start talking and getting to know your best friend's brother. You realize that at this time, it may not be anything serious, but would it be advisable to go on dates and stuff? Okay, so let me just rephrase this question to better understand. And if I didn't do it right, if I didn't, answer it correctly or understand the question, I'll do it in my next one. You just gotta let me know when you're watching this, girl. So basically what she's asking is, you're getting to know your best friend's brother and you're not taking it too serious, but you're not, because it may not be serious, so you're just having fun. Basically, you want to know if it's okay to go on dates. What would I do? First of all, I would go ahead and talk to my best friend and ask her, hey, what do you what are the boundaries? Do you mind me dating your brother? Go to your friend and be like, would you mind if I date your brother? Even if it's not gonna ever go serious, but just ask her, like, and because you do not want to lose a friendship over a guy. That's something y'all should have known from the get-go in the beginning of y'all friendship. Straight up, like, family members off limit, brothers, sisters are off limit, but if y'all didn't have that conversation, go ahead and ask her. Because if I have a best friend and she end up dating my brother, honestly, I wouldn't mind at the moment, but I would feel a little weird because, especially if we've been friends for a long time and you just not wanting to date my brother, like, I'll be feeling like you probably was smashing my brother behind my back the whole time, But I would rather you go and tell me first. Like, go to your friend first before you even try to continue the conversations with the brother. Contact the friend first. I know you guys are all grown, but at the end of the day, you don't want your friend to be feeling some type of way and y'all lose the friendship over a man. Because, yeah, it's the brother, but at the same time, like, I don't want my friend dating my brother. I don't want you to come vent to me about my brother. Just be honest with me. That's what I would do. I would go ahead, before I even do anything, I would contact my friend and let her know, hey, what do you think about this? Are you okay with it? Before I even let feelings get involved. Because if she ain't okay with it, then I'm going to straight up be like, dude, no. But if she's okay with it, then if she's okay with it, and if she's okay with it, then I would go on a date, because everybody needs somebody. Like, if she finds out that y'all sneaking around, or somebody come and tell her that your friend is, you need to watch your friend. She's over there sneaking around with your brother. Like, girl, I would be so mad. I wouldn't even be mad about the part that you're with my brother. I'll be mad about the part where you felt like I didn't need to know. I know everybody's sex life is personal, and y'all comment down below y'all opinions on this. I know it's your personal life, but at the end of the day, I'm your friend and that's my brother. So you gotta let me know. That's why I'm not usually friends with my brother's girls. He don't really date my friends. Let me say that, because of course, like, you know, we're gonna be friends if you start dating. But it's not like he goes and date my specific friend. No. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is how to be more sensual. How does she increase her sensuality? I am the type of person that wasn't really sensual. Never gonna lie, because a lot of people tell me that. They're like, "Wow, Abby, you're so sensual," especially even when you're talking and stuff like that. I grew up in a house with 4 boys, so all I knew is what they knew. My dad was just the type of person that would teach me how to be, you know, how to be a woman that don't need a man. 1, because he didn't want me to date, and 2, because he didn't want me to date. But like a lot of the stuff that he was teaching me did make sense and stuff like that. And I know how to change my own tire. I know how to do a lot of stuff because of him. And you know, I'm so grateful for that. But because of that, I became more like a tomboy. And because I grew up with a lot of male friends, when I got into a relationship, I didn't know how to be sensual. I know how to be submissive, sensual, and stuff like that. So what I started to do was look at videos on YouTube. Started to ask myself how to be feminine and stuff like that. So the number 1 thing I did in the beginning was to tap into my femininity. So that was one thing that I do. So I advise you to do that. Realize that it's okay to have a man do things for you. It's okay. Like my parents, my dad especially, taught me that I don't need no man to do nothing for me. But when I realized that, you know, that's taken away from me being a woman and me being sensual, and, you know, that's when I realized, okay, yeah, it's not everything that I could do by myself. Even if I can do it, girl, like I could put up my TV. I've been putting up my TV by myself. I drill holes in the wall. I put up this shelf. I do a lot of things around the house by myself. And I'm not saying to let go of that at all if you're that type of girl, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's okay to let him do things for you too, because that's gonna make him feel like he's, you know, needed around, even though they're not. But a lot of times you make them feel like they're needed. That's how I tapped into my sensuality. I became more sensual with some stuff because I allowed him to be the man, and that's what I did. Now I'm going with my Ofra Banana setting powder for the bright under eye, because you know I'm gonna be outside. I need my eyes to be bright. And if you guys have any suggestions on tapping into your sensualities or anything that we've talked about so far, let's start a conversation down low. Let's go. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna pin a specific comment so that we could all talk about it. It's a foundation brush, and it's also a brush that you can use for contouring because of the edge it has. Then, like, the way I'm tapping it in and bringing it up a little bit to blend, so that way it can blend seamlessly. Whatever bronzer I'm using that day, I put it in my crease, so that way when it comes to my nose, I can bring it down. Okay, so someone said, I'd love to know how your marriage is going. How do you and your husband maintain your friendship while being married? The Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. We're going to go ahead and do that all over our face. Before we got married, we were friends first. And I think that's like the best thing ever. We were friends first before we became lovers. Long story short, we became very close friends. People thought we were dating at the time, but we really wasn't. And then until we ended up actually dating. And it was very fun. Like, we started our relationship off of friendship first. So it's not hard to maintain our friend because he is my friend. What would Abby do if she found out her friends ditched her on a girls' trip, or not get invited to a girls' trip and had to find out on IG? She said, oops, messy. Oh, if we go on a girls' trip and I get ditched, we're not girls. We're not friends. You don't like me. I don't like you. Why would you ditch me? You know? Like, that is like so stone cold. I'm looking for my powder so I can powder my eyebrows. Powdered and not powdered. Powdered, not powdered. Shiny be looking cute or whatever, but not too cute. I don't need it to be too shiny. Look at that. It looks so much better. Like, that is so mean. I would never go anywhere with those girls ever again if they ditch me. Legit, never would go anywhere with those girls again if they ditched me. Like, you don't deserve my friendship. I'm going in with my MAC Chestnut lip liner. Well, let's say they plan a whole girls trip behind my back and I was never invited. I will be so hurt. I'll be hurt. Because how are we supposed to be friends and you having a whole girls trip and you don't even invite me, but you invite y'all all go out and stuff like that. I've been in that situation recently where we always celebrate each other's birthdays. And then I noticed that there was a birthday that went by and I was not invited. I ain't say nothing because I ain't give a damn. I realized the reason why I wasn't invited is because someone else that was there that it's not cool with me. But honestly, girl, that's nothing. But a girl's trip and I'm not invited, like, y'all really don't like me if you go on a girl's trip and you didn't invite me. You know? But I'm so used to people doing things behind my back and not asking me if I would like to. So honestly, I don't be caring too much anymore, to be honest with you. But honestly, girl, I would just, honestly, what I would do is, if they want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. But I wouldn't trust them because, like, they would have to have like a real explanation as to why they didn't invite me. You know, like, is it because somebody else is going to be there that you know I don't like? Or what is it? Like, why wasn't I invited? We're supposed to be close friends. Like, I would never go to a girl's trip with somebody that I don't like. Oh, like, you didn't even tell me, baby? Like, girl, do you even like me? Do you consider me as a friend? So that's what I would do. I would talk to them. All right, you guys. So here's the finished look.